Tonight we have again an amazing guest. And my guest tonight is Milly Marques. And Milly is one of actually Beauty Angel's newest additions to our master trainers. And she is famous. She has been featured in so many publications, such as like Allure magazine, Jezebel magazine, Modern Luxury, and Atlanta magazine. So let me invite her. Hello. How
How
are
are
you?
you?
Good, good, good. Very excited to have you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for taking the time.
Of course, of course. We're very excited to have you as a Beauty Angels master. And now we want to know more about you.
Yes, I'm excited to be here.
You know, I want to tell them that we actually took the course together in Miami,
I
right? So I've
know.
known you for so long.
I know.
And right? Is that
Yes,
crazy?
I can't believe it. I can't believe it that we're here after so
Right?
many
3
years.
years.
And I think what's cool is we've always stayed in touch. And
I know.
even when you were working with Fee Brows, I would come and I came to a few of, or at least one of your classes. And
I think, didn't you take the fee
removal.
removal course or
Yeah,
something? I
I
remember.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did
You
the
were the first one to graduate in that group. I
I
remember. I was like, oh, she's good. She's good. And you were like helping me out. You could do this. And I was the second one to graduate.
yes. That
So
was fun
Milly,
times.
tell our friends over here who are here with us right now or gonna be watching this later, who is Milly Marques? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Ah, okay. Well, I am originally from Brazil. I was born there in a small town in the south of Brazil called Santa Catarina. And I came when I was 11 years old with my
Mhm.
parents. And I'm married, happily married. I got married very young.
I
Um,
saw that when I tagged you in my thing. I'm like,
yes, a lot of people
wow.
are surprised. I was married at 17. I was like in a hurry for life to start.
A gorgeous girl in a hurry.
Oh, right. Thank you. Thank you. And I have two beautiful kids. I have a daughter who's 12 and a little boy who's 8. And yeah, I mean, I feel like, we're so many things when we're running a business and from a different country, living, abroad and
Right, true.
with families.
So
So
you live in Atlanta, right?
I do. I live in Atlanta, Georgia. When we came from Brazil, we came straight here.
Hmm.
So I live specifically in Johns Creek, which is like, 40 minutes from Atlanta. But
From the city.
yeah. I love it
Perfect.
here.
So, how long have you been working in the permanent makeup industry? Like, were you always like in the permanent makeup, or did you do beauty, like hair, or what is your background?
Everything.
Oh, yeah.
So I was obsessed with brows since I can remember. I was like a little girl, and my family all joked I have this thing with symmetry, and we would bring people from our church over to my house. And my mom would cook for like all of her friends, and I have all my friends sit down at the patio of her house, and I would pluck and do their brows. Seriously, and I was like
No, that's
13 years
funny.
old. Yeah, maybe younger.
Oh
Um,
my gosh.
yeah, so before I even graduated high school, I used to take wax to school, by the way, and do people's
What?
brows in high school. Yes.
Oh my
Like two people in
gosh.
my class. I knew I wanted to do brows, but um
So
long
before you started doing permanent makeup, you were doing eyebrows,
yes. Yeah. I
like
was
shaping.
shaping, helping women grow.
Hmm.
Later I started working in a salon as a receptionist. Um and then I started to help people like kind of shape their brows and with waxing, and I worked many years in the salon business, mostly with waxing, but brows were definitely my thing. I had women that would come in and I would draw their brows for them, and they would wear it the whole weekend and they wouldn't take it off.
Wow.
So
Okay.
yeah,
So did you come from Brazil to Atlanta or
yeah,
like? Oh,
yes,
you did. Okay.
yes, we came from Brazil to Atlanta. I believe my parents knew someone
Yeah.
here, and that's how they kind of decided to come to Atlanta of all the
Yeah,
places.
that's how usually it works. Like
Yeah,
because
why
you
not
feel more
Hawaii
comfortable.
or like Florida?
Well,
But Atlanta was
I
great.
like Atlanta.
Yeah, Atlanta's
I
cool.
want to
I
move
mean,
out of Florida. I can't tell you. I want to move out. Not good
yeah.
for my hair.
It really isn't good for our hair. That is very true. I don't know what it is.
No, the humidity, no good.
Yeah.
So, what made you want to start a career in permanent makeup? How did it all happen? Like when you came to Miami to take the
Um,
Fibras course, were
I
you in permanent makeup or it was
yes.
just the first time?
No. I had already started in permanent makeup,
Oh, okay.
but I didn't know much about microblading. I
Mm.
had kind of started to venture with it and look for it. I had taken several permanent makeup classes and I had been trying to find out what microblading is.
Mm-hmm.
And I ordered kits. I didn't know anything
Wow.
about it. It wasn't one of my classes. I believe it was like in California. I would take a picture that Bronco did. And it didn't have Bronco, it didn't have fee, it didn't have anything. It didn't have microblading. It was just a before and after photo. And I printed that out and I took that. And by the way, I was looking for microblading because my mom had cancer in 2008. So when she had cancer, struggling with the loss of eyebrows, I was trying to find somebody to fix her brows more permanently. But I
Mm.
wasn't a huge fan of how permanent makeup looked. I didn't think that was, very natural. And
Yeah.
doing brows for as long as I had been doing, I wasn't a huge fan of that look, especially because, pigments were so unstable. They looked really bad with time.
And
So
it
I,
was very deep in the old times.
yeah,
I've been doing permanent makeup almost 18 years. It was
wow.
very, very deep. I used to do little dots to make the
Wow.
eyebrow look more soft, but and it did look more soft, but it was there. Like because
Yeah,
I was going zzz, 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 like little dots,
yeah,
but
yeah.
those dots would literally expand because it was deep. That's number one. Number two, it didn't really look that soft like how it is right now with the even with the powder brows, like with the pixels. It
Right.
never looked like that. But that's the best that you were gonna get. Like at my time, I was pretty good. Like people really liked their eyebrows, but it was there. It never went away.
No,
I did my
no.
eyebrows, never went away.
Yeah, and I saw that on clients that came in and I didn't want my mom to do that. So I would take the picture to a bunch of different courses and it was so good looking back. I feel like it was such an amazing base to who I ended up becoming, taking those classes in color theory and skin and all those things. It was like a huge base for what eventually came with that class that we
Yeah.
took. But I took the picture and many of the teachers would just say, oh, that's not going to work. That's not real. That'll stay 2 weeks and it'll come off. That's not a thing. That's not a thing. And I kept looking and looking. And then one day in one of those classes, this Asian girl, what was her name? Oh, I can't remember. This Asian girl was like, that's microblading. And it was like angels singing in the back, like, ah. I was like, it's called what? She was like, it's microblading and the tabori, and she knew all about it. So I started to Google, then I found a ton of information. I started to find a little bit more education, and eventually it led up to our class. So when I took that class, I had been playing with it for a little while.
You know what's so funny? I was not going to be able to get into that class. And last minute, the organizer, who I recently saw actually, so funny. And she called me. She says, well, because I tried to get in and it was sold out. And she says, well, guess what? This girl was supposed to come from Brazil, but she couldn't get a visa, I swear. And that's why I got in.
Oh
Isn't
my
that funny?
gosh. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh. That class was so exciting for me. I feel like it really opened my eyes. But of course, so much happened since then where you learn so much more. But that was definitely a fun class. And I
it
can't believe
was. So tell me your biggest accomplishment in life. What is the biggest accomplishment? It doesn't have to be work related.
um other than the obvious, I think when I think about my biggest accomplishment, I would definitely say my family. Um that's
Hmm.
very obvious.
That's a big accomplishment. You got married so young and you're still married. That's an accomplishment right there.
For sure, for sure. And then I didn't want to have kids, and I had kids, and eventually maturing, having my children is definitely a huge accomplishment. But definitely, if I say one of the hardest things I've done, because I think being a mom is very natural. Staying married was very difficult, but if you love each other and you have God in your family, I believe it can work out. But my business is definitely my biggest accomplishment. I work with a
You
bunch.
built an empire. Tell us about that business.
I well, it's such a long story of how it led up to where it is today, but I was pretty much doing permanent makeup or microblading in a bunch of salons. I was going into like medical office. At the time, brows were not a big thing. So I worked with doctors that were helping women heal from cancer and alopecia. Um, and I would go everywhere. I'd go to Florida. I almost stayed in
Hmm.
Orlando. So I
Oh,
had built a huge clientele in Orlando for a while. I was trying to decide whether I wanted to go to Orlando and do it there because there's so many Brazilians, or
yes.
do it here, or go to California. So I would travel to those three states. And then one day, the owner of Sweet Peach, Raquel, found a picture of my work that I used to print on photos and spread out everywhere by foot because, social media wasn't what it is today. So,
True.
yeah. So she called me and she said, "Hey, I think you need to come and I want to talk to you." So she brought me into her salon. And from there, my life changed completely. The first day that I started to work with her, she took me to TV, an Atlanta show called Atlanta and Company. And she didn't ask for any money. She didn't ask me to pay for anything. She was just like, I got to help you. And I started working with her. She connected me with a ton of like well-known people in Atlanta, and my business took off. That's basically how it was.
Wow.
Eventually, I was booking out a whole year, Claire. Yeah. Like
And then
that,
your sister, who
that's
works
when I,
with you?
that's when I brought in Nikki, my sister. Yeah, it was like a
So
bold
you
move.
trained her.
I trained her, and she was following me the every step of the way. Every time I traveled for training, she would be there. Chicago, anywhere we went, she would come in and she would go with me. And then, I practiced, and then I practiced on her brows, poor thing. And
Why, poor
eventually,
thing? You were so good from the get-go, from the
thank
beginning.
you. Well, we made little mistakes, but then I trained her, and then she got very booked. She's very good. And then I
Yes.
trained another girl who's from Brazil, Ali. And then from Ali, I got Heather. And then from Heather, I got Grace. And these are
So
all like,
you're a great instructor.
thank you. Thank
You
you.
created very, very good artists.
Thank you. Thank you. They work so hard. And I mentored them for a long time. So we're very careful. Like when I bring them in, they usually will watch me for like every day for like 6 months. And then we start working on
Wow.
people.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's how we were doing. They would just kind of go in slowly, slowly, but then when they take off, it's just a go.
Got it.
So
So what I want to know is, I know that you did some celebrities. Can you tell us who they are, or you can't talk about it?
well, with a lot of celebrities comes NDAs, right? And some I can tell you a lot of local ones, local celebrity. The first person that I was very excited to work on was Morgana Freeman, which is Morgan Freeman's daughter.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so fun. She was the very first person to trust me. And
Does
then
she live there or?
she lives here in Atlanta. We have a ton
Oh.
of celebrities in Atlanta.
Mm.
And then I did Taraji P. Henson, who was huge too. And I've done her brows a couple times. She is, you know, an award-winning. Then several of the housewives or people from the housewives, from Little Women Atlanta, Married to Medicine. And then the big ones, I can't say.
Terrible. I want to know. I want to know. They're the famous ones.
Right.
Oh, well.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
well. Oh, well.
I know. I want to stay in, I want to have a job when I'm finished.
I know, right? Okay, I'm curious to know a few things from you. So, could you tell me about a time that you failed and how did you deal with it?
Yes. If you say you didn't fail, you are lying.
Lying. True.
Right. So I can tell you in the beginning when I started microblading, it was really interesting how I dealt with it, because I was very nervous and I didn't have anyone to hold my hands. You know, we would take these classes and then you're like,
Yeah, we were holding each other hands.
yes, we were.
I remember when we would like send messages on Viber.
Yes. And then sometimes, you know, you get this client, you have to act like you know everything. And of course, you're making up all the answers.
Yeah, you
You're,
have to.
you're going as a, so before I would start a client, my mom, my sister, my husband, everybody would come in and hold my hands and we'd have this fervescent prayer. God help Milly. She doesn't mess up this brow. Yeah, cool. So I would do the brows and then I would come up and I'd have to drink. And I'd get like,
what were you
drink
drinking?
alcohol.
Oh my God.
So one day, and it was
Oh
so
my
funny,
God.
we'd pray, and then I would have to drink alcohol. And one day my mom was like, well, Milly, you're either going to become an alcoholic or a very good artist.
Oh my God, that's funny.
Yeah, so that's how I dealt with it. I don't recommend it. You know, now there's so much more resources for us. You know, there's so much help and support, and there's people for us to look up to and see what they're doing. At the time, Claire, no one did microblading. Nobody.
I know.
We were like the
we
only,
were like the first ones.
yes, we were the only ones. You would tell people and they would be like, what is that? You know,
Yeah.
but it was cool too, because it gave us, I think, more room to grow.
Yes, it's true. But the funny thing was, like, I go back and forth because people were scared. Like, they didn't know. Now everybody knows. You know, it's
Right.
easier in a way.
Much easier.
I don't know. It's like, yeah. Okay, tell me, what have you learned by starting your own business and throughout this whole journey?
What have I learned? It's not as easy as it looks. I have a new respect for women that own their own business, because I think it's harder for us, especially if we're trying to juggle family, personal life, and a business. So the ones that really make it, I always look up to them, the ones that make it all work. And, you know, sometimes people look at us and they think we have it all together, you know, but we don't. Sometimes
it doesn't look, yeah, I agree. It looks,
yeah.
Sometimes things look different from outside, you know,
Yeah,
and what we go through, or, you know, all the challenges. True.
Yeah. What was the question after that? It was like, what?
Let me see. Oh, it's just, what have you learned from the whole thing? Like
The whole thing. I've learned that it's not as easy, but it is very rewarding.
True.
and I couldn't be any other way. It's just my personality. I think that I have to be very busy. I have to have 10 things going at the same time in order to,
Me too. I'm the same. I'm a
yeah.
little crazy.
Yeah,
I get like, if I have a few minutes downtime and I'm like, what should I do? Like, I'm thinking, oh my God, what should I be doing? Like, stupid. I don't know.
and I've
I
also
feel like
learned,
purposeless.
yes, I have to have a purpose. When we had to quarantine, it was the most difficult thing. I felt like, oh my God, my purpose in life is to do eyebrows. What happened?
To make people look better.
Yes, yes.
My purpose in life is to do eyebrows. I love that.
Yes. But I also feel like I have learned to appreciate the moments as well. Like every moment now, I try to really breathe it in. Moments with my girls, moments with the family, and even moments with every client. I really try to soak it up because I've also been like, okay, what is next? What is next? What is next? And I'm
But
not.
you're fast too doing eyebrows, right? You're
I
pretty
am.
fast.
I am. I do them like 45 minutes to an hour. I think I see with touch-ups and annuals, I'll do 10, 12 brows a day, every day.
Wow.
And
Oh my
I'm
God.
looking,
Oh my God.
I know.
That's so many.
And Claire, I am booking for June. I have a few spots in June and then August. July is all gone.
Wow. Oh my God. That's crazy. Crazy, crazy. But you do such a good job. So you're on demand.
Thank
You
you.
guys are all on demand.
Thank you.
Okay, so tell me, if your friends could describe you using only three words, what would they be?
Oh my gosh. I'm very awkward. I think my friends would say I'm very, very awkward. I
Really?
am. I think if I'm put on the spotlight and you know, I'll pull it and make it work. But I'm definitely very awkward. I'm very creative. I can.
That I would say too. Okay.
Thanks. Yeah, I think I'm very creative. I feel like I can make anything out of anything and whatever with
Mm-hmm.
ideas. Um, and the third one, I'm trying to think like what my sister.
Pretty.
Oh, thank
I
you.
would say pretty because when I see you, I see like beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
But I don't know how other people, what would they say? Big heart. Somebody said big heart.
Aw, a big heart.
Tula. Do you know who she is or he is?
Yes,
I don't
yes,
know.
yes.
Bossy. Raquel says
Bossy?
bossy.
Who called me bossy?
I don't believe it. I don't believe she's bossy.
They're fired.
You're fired. Fired. Like Donald, fired.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh. I'm just
All
kidding.
right. How do you keep yourself and your techniques up to date? I think you kind of explained. You take like continuing education all the time, right?
I do all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I think taking stuff like here is a little harder because I feel like we're leading, and I say this in the most humble way.
Mm-hmm.
But looking at things that people are doing outside is really fun. It's fun to see what people are doing in Europe, what they're doing in Brazil, and even other parts of the States. But I
Mm-hmm.
always take classes. There's someone that I'm dying to go see recently, or soon, and I'm very.
What do you want to
excited.
learn? Who do you want to see?
I want to see. Her name is Mara, and she's in South Carolina. Mara something. I don't know how she just changed her Instagram recently, but she does lips like I've never seen. And I don't.
So you want to learn lips?
No. I just want to know. I think I want to know because
Okay.
I have a goal to kind of like have people do more things. But I feel like if I'm going to have people doing, I need to make sure I'm an expert in that, you know?
Oh, I see.
And I've taken the lips classes. And that was in the beginning and even later. But I just want to see what this girl's doing. She's really good.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I'm going to go look her up now.
Yeah.
So why do you think I picked you to be a master trainer for Beauty Angels?
Why? Oh my gosh, Claire. I mean, we've been playing this ping pong for how long? For
Long.
for a long time. And it's not that I didn't want to like jump and start, but it's just that my schedule's so busy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how am I going to make this work? And um why you picked me, I have no idea. I have no idea. I think it's because you maybe like my work, or maybe because I've trained a few girls, but I've
No,
been.
you know why I picked you? Because first of all, I think you're an amazing person, and anybody who I would pick to be a trainer for Beauty Angels, like I don't care how beautiful they work, if they're not a nice person, I don't want them. Like to me, the energy is like the most important thing. So I always felt that with you, and you were always helping me, when we were like students, right? That's one reason. And the second reason, of course, you're an amazing artist. And I said, oh, she's a good teacher, because I looked at the people that you trained and I'm like, oh, she's good. And a third reason, I said, she's Brazilian.
Oh, yay! Brazil.
Go Brazil.
Yes. So
So
yeah,
that's,
I'm hoping that with Brazil that I'm able to go there and bring the angels. But the reason I decided to go ahead and join, I watched a live with you and Sheila Bella.
mm,
And that day, watching you talk to her, it was like it clicked. I was like, I want to join. I wanted to like hug you. I
you
was
know
like,
what's so funny? That was my next question. What made you want to join Beauty Angels family?
it was that live, the live with
Really?
Sheila. Yes,
Ah.
yes. It was so like you came across so, you're always so authentic and real and fun, but there was something really like genuine and sweet, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I need to join this team. I don't care." And I had been praying about it, and I had a dream, like I had a really vivid dream that week after I decided, and I saw myself teaching to all these people, and I saw the logo. And I
Oh
don't know if
my
it's
God,
because
that's
I had
so
been
funny.
thinking, yeah. And I don't know if it's because I had been thinking about it, or if it was like a I took it as a confirmation. I was like, this
To
is
be
it.
honest with you, I could tell you, I'll tell you one or two things now. It was interesting. I told before, but I really think that Beauty Angels, it's so blessed. Like, it's crazy. Because when I left Fibrows, I had students that paid me, for classes, like online classes or live courses. And I didn't want to do that. Like, I didn't want to, like, not give them, what they bought, because they didn't buy Beauty Angels. They bought Fibrows training. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna just go and tell them and show them what I have, and if they want, I'll totally give their money back, because we don't
Mhm.
normally do that. If you buy a course, I mean, you buy a course, but I felt like it would not be a nice thing to do. So I called one girl, and she says, I did like a little webinar to tell people, and in that webinar, I don't know why, I guess I said I'm from Turkey. So this one girl who I was talking to, because I called them one by one, to
Mhm.
tell them like what's going on. And she says, oh my God, this is so crazy, because like a few days before I heard this, she was in a Toyota dealership, okay? Like a test drive in a car. And she found a Turkish lira, like a little coin on the floor.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
It's what she needed.
Yeah. She
She
says,
needed
you
to
know
hear.
what? I know it's my sign, or what, and there is so many other stories like this. So many.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think coming in now is the right time, and it's the right decision. It's always felt really good. And I feel like I didn't rush in, and I didn't,
Oh, you
I,
definitely didn't rush. It's funny because Ara was saying, oh my God, I can't believe, did Millie pay finally for her kids? And I was like, yes, because it was sitting and sitting and sitting there. I was like,
forever.
yep, I know.
Yeah.
So, okay, I'm glad. That's amazing. I'm so happy to have you, really. I think you're
Thank
going to
you.
do amazing, amazing big things there. Um, So what do you think other permanent makeup artists should be doing to stand out?
So if they're trying to stand out, take courses. Something I do till this day is I pick someone that I like their work better than mine, and I practice. Like, and I
Yeah.
practice and practice until I can master what they're doing. And make sure that they're very clean. Something that I see 99% of the time, Claire, in people's, because Instagram is like the best way to promote your work. If you're trying to book
No, I
clients,
agree.
it's amazing. I think Instagram is what brings me most of my work. But also, you know, we do something at in our salon that I call the domino effect. You know, you do one client and that client can bring you 3 clients, or they can keep 50 people from coming. You know,
True. Oh my God. Yeah.
they'll
If
do
you are,
really good job. It takes
yeah.
one person to like ruin you.
Right.
Um, but something that I see on their Instagram all the time, even artists that I think they do such beautiful work, is they don't clean up their photos. They have like so much
Mhm.
hair, and they didn't clean the pigment properly. They don't zoom in enough. So I think that if you,
Or the picture is super blurry. I was telling this one girl that I was talking actually, and I told her a few things that I saw, like I said, you don't have gloves on and then you're touching her skin like this, like, yeah, I know you're not touching her eyebrow, but you were cleaning here, wiping. It's still not like so sanitary. And I'm like, if you want to get clients, like you shouldn't be doing that. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like you
yeah.
should be like you should present yourself more professional.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's very, very important to present yourself very professional, because that's what's going to
100%.
get you more clients for sure.
Yes. You have to think who might see this photo. You never know. Like
You
when I found out that I was going to do certain celebrities, and I was sitting with these A-list celebrities, and they said, "Oh, I love your pictures on Instagram." I was like, "What?" Like they've seen my work. So you
Yeah.
have to think there's people that are looking on your Instagram, and they're judging like if your client has eye boogers, if your picture
Yes.
is like inside their nostrils and there's hair.
Yes. Oh my God. I always say that. And you know what
No.
else? Like it's so I see all the time and it's horrible. I see people using a dirty freaking brush and they're brushing like this
With
and the
hair on
brush
it.
is dirty and there's like, "Ugh."
No, it has to be disposable. Throw it away. Throw it
Yeah,
away.
I
Yeah.
know,
So,
right? It's
and
horrible.
presenting themselves well when they see clients. Don't look like you were jogging in the rain.
Right.
My girls are hearing. They'll know I say that all the time.
Oh yeah.
Don't look like you're jogging in the rain. Put
That's
yourself
fun.
together, no matter who it is.
Okay, so my next question is, how do you think our courses in Beauty Angels is uh, like what differentiates from different academies? Like what do you think is like what makes it stand out?
Um, I'll tell you what I told my girls when I got my hands on all the material.
Material.
I said this course fills in all the gaps. Literally, I promise I said that. I was like, this course is filling in all the gaps that I didn't even know how to fill in as somebody training. So I
I
think
think it's so important. And my business partner, Patricia from Mexico, she's so good with building courses. Like she knows exactly how to do it. And like for somebody who has no idea about anything, because that's how you need to think about when you're, creating courses. That's like super important, because you can't think that, well, you don't know that, but how would she know that? She doesn't even do eyebrows, or she doesn't even do lips. She doesn't do, you know what I mean? I
yeah.
think that was like very, very important. But I think also another thing besides that is, I mean, you're pretty new, but what is the most important for us is the student support. So actually, I have a new thing that we're gonna start doing. I haven't even announced it. I haven't even told any of the trainers yet. But every day, what I want to do is a Zoom call for 1 hour Q&A. One master every day is gonna come, and we're so many masters, so it's not even gonna be once a month. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
Well, it has to be, somebody who could speak English. Obviously, some of the masters don't speak, but for the masters who speak English, or even we could do it some Spanish or maybe even Portuguese. I think that is like so amazing, isn't it? Like if you are a student and you have somebody, a professional, a master, a trainer that you could talk to every single day. And if you have a question, you could get on that call and ask your questions. How do you like that?
That's brilliant. I think it's brilliant. It's almost like the apprenticeship feel that we give when people come and train 101 and stay there for weeks on end. You can ask I mean, that's amazing. I love it.
But the thing is, it's going to be all the time. And I think it's going to be such an amazing support for our students.
I love it. I love it. I do think that would make a huge difference. And something that I loved about the course, and it's funny because you said that the girl who was helping you doesn't even do the procedure. I felt like the courses were done by someone who knew what they were doing. They just weren't putting it together. They've done.
No, of course it is. We put all the courses together. Yeah. Me and Patricia, my business partner, we put all the courses together.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell that the person does, like, you've done the microblading, because there's courses I've taken that is obvious the person has no idea what they're doing, or they've never done it, or they haven't done it.
Maybe that they don't know. It's a possibility, right?
It's a possibility for sure.
So do you have any tips for anybody who would like to get microblading done or any type of permanent makeup? Any tips?
Yeah. I would say that if they're looking to get the procedure done and they haven't found an artist, to make sure that they do their research, make sure that the person they're going to has a lot of pictures that they like, to look at reviews, to look at
to me, that's super important. Reviews.
100%.
I tell my students that they need to get reviews.
Yes.
The more reviews, the better,
Yes, yes. To look at the artist reviews online, and make sure they have pictures of their work a year later, healed. Not just like little before and afters, close up. If they have a variety of like skin tones and eyebrow colors, and then ask around. I think that something that's so cool is like those Facebook like community groups that you can have your own little, we have here like the Atlanta group, the Roswell group. Like, where's everybody going? Like, what's going on? Where have you guys been that you liked? I think those are such good questions. And then find out too if you're a candidate, because that's the worst for the artist. Is to get a client that's just not a candidate for the procedure if they have, just whatever on their skin.
Like conditions that they can't do. Yeah, true.
That's always disappointing.
How could an artist prepare themselves and adapt for difficult times?
Difficult times being like pandemics?
Or it could be anything, like maybe like you lose an employee, or I guess it could be so many situations, like you get kicked out of the salon that you're working out of, or a pandemic, or the salon is closed. A lot of places are closed. Right.
The way I personally deal with very difficult situations is definitely I have faith, and I always turn to God to help me and give me wisdom and guide me. I think something that's important to always remember is that everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to be fine.
I just think, you know what, for me, I mean, of course I have faith in everything, but I am a person, that's what I did. If I had money, then I spent, but I did not spend the money I didn't have. And I always put it aside, always for a rainy day. And that's what I try to teach my kids too. You know, if you have extra, okay, go buy that shoe, those sneakers that you want. But before you buy the sneakers, you know, make sure that you could buy snacks. You could, you know, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think,
Saving is huge, Claire. I
yeah,
think.
it's something that I didn't have in my family, believe it or not. Because
Yeah.
in my culture, it's so crazy. Like people literally spend every dollar, money that they don't have. The credit cards make like payments, you know, oh, like in 5 times you're gonna pay. And there's no finance charges or whatever. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm not like, there's no way. Like you couldn't sell me anything like that, you know, unless it's something to better myself, you know.
Right.
I did get a big loan to go to beauty school. That I did, but that's different, you know, not like stupid stuff like I'm gonna buy you know, makeup and I don't know.
Shoot.
I don't know. It was just I just think it's very important because I see some people, they're always eating outside. You know, they're going to concert. I had an assistant like that. You know, she was driving a Lexus. She was going to concerts. She was eating out in nice restaurants, but she had no money. She would be like, Claire, can you lend me money? At the end, I was like, no, I cannot lend you any more money. That's it. Because you're not just taking care of yourself. Like you have to prepare yourself for the you know, rainy day.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely. For me, we came from a family where my mom, she always said she didn't have money. Until this day, she does that, but she always has money. But she never has money. She's always like, I don't have
She's
any
smart.
money.
She's
But
smart.
she saves. Where my dad was the opposite. He always spent every penny he had. So because I married
Thanks to your dad, to your mom, that your dad has money now.
Right. Well, they're not together anymore, so he
Oh!
still doesn't have money. But being married really young taught me that lesson very early, to not spend all your money, because my husband and I ended up being in debt very soon, very young in life. And then
How old was your husband when he married?
He was 21. He was 21.
Wow.
And I was, yeah. So we got in debt I think the first 3 years of our lives. I mean, we didn't make any money. And then all of our friends had money, or we thought they did, and we wanted to, you know, enjoy.
But that is not so true. Sometimes, oh, she has money. She's going out to eat. She's, you know, driving a nice car. But meanwhile, it's a lease. It's not her car. And then she's literally paying all her last dollar to lease that car. You know, I think it's hard to tell. Like I had clients, like you would never know that they had money.
Those are the ones that have it.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that have it. They don't look like it at all. And then they're like, I'm not going to say it because I feel like I would give it away, but I've had clients that came in, they're very chill, and they're like, oh yeah, I started something crazy like,
Staples.
Amazon. And I'm like,
Staples.
Yeah, Staples or whatever. Yeah. And I'm like, whoa, you know. But once we got out of debt, the first time, we never were in debt again. I'm like, we can't do that again.
I was in debt. The first time I came to US, you know why I was in debt though? Believe it or not? Because I was so super homesick and I was calling my mom and my family all the time. Oh. And at that time, there was no WhatsApp, Viber, or Messenger. No. It was all like
credit.
I used to buy cards, like
the card credit,
the phone cards. Yeah. So I used to pay all my money to that.
Yeah.
That's why. Yeah. But then I said, no, I have to toughen up, and I can't do this anymore. You know.
That's crazy. But yes, definitely saving is a big lesson that if you're in this business, save, 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 and
Yeah, yeah. Let
try
me
to
see.
make wise decisions.
I see some comments here. Do you have trainings in Arizona? I personally don't, but Amanda Brewer, one of our amazing master trainer, is moving to Arizona actually. So she's opening an academy there. So you'll have an amazing trainer there. How can we stay busier in the hot summer months? Good question.
Well, if you're booked out, people will just come, you know? Oh, you know what I do? I also tell clients with very dry skin, like if they're coming in right now it's the coldest month for us in Georgia. If they come in with dry skin, I tell them don't come in for any annual touch-ups or in the future, just come in the summer. So I try to put all my dry skin people in the summer and all my oily skin people in the winter, because the dry skin people, they actually heal better in the summer.
True.
Yeah, so
I
do that.
just feel like if they're like starting out and they don't have that many clients, why not do summer special? You know, maybe do the touch up for free, you know,
Yeah.
or some, I don't know, something like that, or get a deal like partner up with some nail tech or hairdresser, you know, get maybe some gift certificates from them for a blow dry or something like, oh, you know, if you do this, you know, for a small summer special, we have this, you know, and you get this. So it's like something special for the summer because it's if it's slower, you know. In Florida, it's slower in the summer
Yeah.
because
For,
there is a lot of snowbirds here that
oh,
they
yeah.
just leave in the summer because it's so freaking hot.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, if our viewers had to leave with only one piece of information from this live, what should it be? What is the advice that you want to give them? Do you want to tell them any special advice or any special message?
Practice and don't give up if they're microbladers. Don't stop practicing ever, no matter how good you are, if they are in the business. And don't give up. Don't give up. I've seen a lot of girls that wanted to give up, or I thought they would never learn. I'm like, this person is never gonna learn. And they learned, you know.
I've had students like this. I was like one time thinking there is no way this woman can do it. No way, no way, no way. And she graduated. And a lot of people that actually did good in the class, and I said, oh, she's gonna be good, never send me. Or can, you know, send me a few levels and then stopped.
Yeah.
It's true. It doesn't mean that you can't do it. I'm actually one of those. It was so hard for me. Really. It was so hard for me. I didn't really understand it. And in our time though, we didn't have a lot of latex. Latex came later on.
No, we didn't have any latex, and we didn't have any measuring tools.
That's not true. We had the compass.
We had the compass, but we didn't have the apps. Because the app really, really helps me.
I don't remember.
Like measuring. We never had the app
the
where you
symmetry app.
Yeah, remember they used to take a photo and they would put it on like the bars, the grid.
Yes, true.
They used the picture with the grid, but that sucked.
True. You're right. I remember that. It's like kind of hard to remember, but I do remember that. What is one question you wished I had asked you tonight and I didn't ask?
Oh, Claire, I have no idea. I have no clue.
Did I do a good job with my questions?
Absolutely. You've asked me everything, and anything you didn't ask, I feel like I told you anyways.
It's funny, actually. My marketing manager, my Brazilian girl, she prepares these. She prepares this for me. She's great.
Oh, that's
Love
so
her.
nice. That's so nice. No, I feel like you asked me everything and I incorporated whatever wasn't in there.
Any last thoughts you would like to share with us?
I love you guys. I appreciate all of your support and everything that you're doing. You're such a girl boss, and I admire you so much. You've built something that is beautiful,
Oh,
beautiful, and so
thank
kind.
you. Thank you.
So
Thank you. So I'm very excited that very soon we will start our like coaching calls. So that's something that, I think it's going to have a great value for our students. And yeah, I mean, I'm thinking always to help them and to help also the masters. We're actually starting our coaching calls with Sheila. Did you know that? Did you see that?
I read about it, but I wasn't sure like exactly what's going into it.
Yeah, on the 16th of February, we are going to have our first coaching call with her. And she's going to basically coach us about social media, about how to sell, how to get more clients, how to get more students. A lot of help, that coaching that we will get from her.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's going to be very, very helpful.
Yes, it is.
Awesome.
All right. Well, thank you for joining in. Well, will you include the students who already finished the course? Yes, of course. Absolutely. You are a part of family, Angelica. And I know exactly who you are. You're my student. Always learning. Yes, that's right. I think education is number one, should be number one. Always learn, never have an ego saying, I'm too good. I mean, Millie doesn't do that. And Millie is
No,
darn good. That
thank
girl is
you.
good. That girl is good. Yeah. But
No,
yeah,
can't ever be too
I
good.
think it's great. And this is something that I'm very, very excited that we're doing, really, because
Me
I just
too.
want to give them more, and help them out as much as I can.
I love it. I think
But
it's brilliant.
I'm so, thank you, Z. Thank you. Shikma, thank you. Aw. Mom, say hi. That's not my kid, so must be your kid.
Hey, Stephanie. It has to be her. And Eli, if he's listening.
That's so cute. And there is hello, Master Claire and Master Millie, watching overseas from the Philippines.
Oh,
Hi.
hi.
Hi, everyone. Claire, are you going to do training in Arizona? Guys, I haven't done actually a proper announcement, but I am actually semi-retiring from teaching a little bit because it's really very hard right now for me to do everything. And I feel like I have such an amazing team that right now with masters from all over the world. And I love all of you, really. And if I trust, it means that they're amazing. They're amazing people. They're not just amazing artists. They're absolute angels. They're good people. And I feel like you will be in very good hands. So I'm going to be focusing more on the business side, creating beautiful courses for you guys, which we have, so many courses coming up. We have glamour brows coming. Okay, it's like the curvy S patterns. And then we have nano strokes, which is the machine strokes. We have fusion brows, which is, hairs here in the beginning of the eyebrow, and it's a powder effect on the tail. Then we have feather brows, which is the feathery, really wild eyebrow effect, also with the machine. And we're also working on brow lamination and eyelash lifting. It's a lot of stuff
So
going on.
exciting.
A lot of
So exciting.
exciting courses coming up. And products, we're working on, new products always, new pigments. We've been testing the pigments now, new pigments for the machine. So we have so many new things coming up. So you have an amazing trainer in Arizona, an amazing trainer. She's actually one of the top trainers in Beauty Angels. So I think you would be in wonderful hands. And then if you ever come to Florida, come visit me. If I don't speak English very well, will the course still benefit me? We have different languages. We have a lot of different languages. What do you speak? I don't know. Excellent. I was looking for eyelash lifting course. Yes, the eyelash lifting course, I'm hoping it will be done in about 2-3 months. Nano strokes course. Yes, there is a lot of amazing courses coming. Portuguese. I speak Portuguese. Talk to her in Portuguese.
Oi, tudo bem?
Tell her that if you want a Portuguese master, I can help you. I'm here. Tell her.
Se você quiser uma master que fale português, eu tô aqui para te ajudar.
There you go. She speaks English, but not very well. Perfect. There you go. Milly is gonna translate the course to Portuguese with Tanara.
Yes, I am.
You have to.
Yes. Very exciting.
I am in South Florida. That's where I am, in Boca Raton. That's where I am. We have the academy here. And maybe, Milly, you can come and do a course in Portuguese here too.
Absolutely.
Or any language. My doors are always open for you for the group trainings, because I'm doing my last group training in a few weeks, and it's actually sold out. So after that, I'm only doing like semi-privates, like, very few people I will be doing. So anyway, it was so nice having you, Milly, and welcome to Beauty Angels.
Thank you so much, and thanks for having me.
Of course. Have a great night. Love you guys. Have a great night. Go follow Milly if you're not following her. Where they will find you?
Browse by Milly. That's our
Browse
hashtag.
by Milly.
Yes.
So go follow her if you are not already following her, because all of her girls do beautiful, beautiful work.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Take care. Good night, guys.
Bye. Good night.